Good morning, Kartik. It looks like there is now a JV with Mumbai slum redevelopment to facelift Dharavi. What's happening here as far as the JV details is concerned?
Right, Shweta. So, this comes, of course, as we had reported even on our News9 Plus documentary last year, that Adani Group had won the contract to redevelop Asia's largest slum, Dharavi, which houses about 1 million people last year, for a bidding value of $610 million. Now, the next logical step for this was to form a joint venture with the state government, and that joint venture is now likely to happen in an 80-20 ratio, with Adani Group holding 80% volume in that JV and the state government holding the balance 20%. Now, what this would further entail is that the state government would appoint a chairman and Adani Group would appoint a CEO to oversee this redevelopment. It's actually beyond a facelift. It is pretty much redeveloping that entire mass of land and the housing and the industries settled in Dharavi, and really give it a new lease of life, so to speak. So this again, it comes at a time when Adani Group has been mired in controversy after controversy. We've seen what happened with the Hindenburg report. The SEBI report yet to be presented in Supreme Court, so we don't know where that is going to go. Then the OCCRP, which also re-emphasized on Adani Group's, allegations against Adani Group for some sort of profiteering on account of short selling. And now Dubai-based SecLink, a company which had also bid for redevelopment of the Dharavi slums, has been taking Adani Group and the Maharashtra state government to court, suggesting and alleging rather that there has been wrongdoing in order to give preference to Adani to back the contract of the Dharavi redevelopment. So all of this coming at a time when…
What rules were flouted?
So apparently the bid presented by SecLink was cancelled. There was a time extension given and some rules were altered to give some sort of a favorable position to Adani Group versus Dubai-based SecLink. So those are allegations, and this has been reported by Reuters. We don't have an original input on this, but from what it seems, that now with this JV actually crystallizing, there is actually going to be a master plan presented. There is going to be some sort of a formal hierarchical structure set for the redevelopment process, with the appointment of a chairman by the state, with the appointment of a CEO from Adani Group, and thereafter the master plan and the further redevelopment of the Dharavi slum should commence.
All right, and the timeline for redevelopment stays?
We don't know actually. It all depends on the master plan, because once the master plan is presented, it will go through multiple rounds of approval. It is going to require the state and the Adani Group to work together, and there are going to be shutdowns, there are going to be closures, there are going to be trucks coming in for redevelopment, some breaking down of structures, etc. So I think a lot rests on the master plan, and once that master plan gets a go ahead from the state government, then perhaps fresh timelines, depending on what the master plan entails, should roll out.
Okay, but at the heart of all of this is a human story. This is a story about people living in Dharavi. I'm given to understand they're also concerned about these fresh reports and the existing allegations on Adani.
Again, the Reuters report published last month actually suggests that the residents of Dharavi, the million-odd people who reside in the slums, are concerned post the allegations by Hindenburg research against Adani. But I mean, to be fair, we know Adani has built large ports, large airports, roads, highways, etc. So redevelopment of a certain mass of land technically should not be a problem for Adani.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't, no reports right now suggest that the group is likely to go insolvent anytime in the near future. Now, it has been trying to repay its debt on existing loans that it had taken and sort of shore up its deleverage itself and become more attractive to investors by way of deleveraging. So there is nothing that suggests that Adani Group does not have the technical capability or the financial muscle to pull it off, right? It will be able to pull it off. It's just that I think all these legalities have to be out of the way. All allegations need to be out of the way, and a robust master plan that should work both in the favor of the state of Maharashtra, the Mumbai authority, as well as the people residing in the slums.
All right. So the Adani JV for Dharavi is likely to be on course. It does appear that there is no fresh hurdle. apart from accept the allegations that have been leveled against Adani. People are scared, they are worried, but redevelopment plans for Dharavi will go on as planned.